So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 13, text 1 and 2. Indra afflicted by sinful reaction. I think I should read the introduction to this. This chapter describes Indra's fear at having killed a Brahmana, Vritasura, and it is also described how he fled and was saved by the grace of Lord Vishnu. When all the demigods requested Indra to kill Vritasura, he refused because Vritasura was a Brahmana. The demigods, however, encouraged Indra not to fear killing him because Indra was protected by the Narayana Kavacha, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Lord Narayan. Even by a glimpse of the chanting of Narayan's name, one becomes free from all sinful reactions of killing a woman, a cow, or a Brahmana. The demigods advise Indra to perform an Ashwamedha sacrifice by which Narayana would be pleased, for the performer of such a sacrifice is not implicated in sinful reaction, even if he kills the entire universe. Following this instruction from the demigods, King Indra fought Vritasura, but when Vritasura was killed, everyone was satisfied but King Indra, who knew Vritasura's position. This is the nature of great personality. Even if a great personality acquires some opulence, he is always ashamed and regretful if he acquires it illegally. Indra could understand that he was certainly entangled by sinful reaction for killing a Brahmana. Indeed, he could see sinful reaction personified following, and thus he fled here and there in fear, thinking of how he rid himself of his sins. He went to Manasa Sarovar, and there, under the protection of the goddess of fortune, he meditated for 1,000 years. During this time, Nahusha reigned over the heavenly planet as the representative of Indra. Unfortunately, however, he was attracted by the beauty of Indra's wife, Sachidevi, and because of his sinful desire, he had to accept the body of a serpent in his next life. Indra later performed a great sacrifice with the help of exalted brahmanas and saints. In this way, he was released from the reaction of his sinful killing of a Brahmana. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So text 1. Sri Sukha Uvacha Vrita. No, it's not there. That's number 2. Sorry. Sri Sukha Uvacha Vrite Hate Trayo Loka Vinasakre Naburida Sapalaya Bhavan Sadhyo Vijavara Nivretrimdriya. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami say, O King Parikshit, who are so charitable disposed when Vritasura was killed, all the presiding deity and everyone else in the three planetary system was immediately pleased and free from trouble. Everyone, that is, except Indra. So, text number 2, we are reading together. Devarsi Pritri Bhutani Datya Devanugastayam Pradikyamusvadijñasni Brahmesendra Dadaitata Devarsi Pritribhutani Datya Devanugasvayam Pratajagmusvadansyanyai Brahmesendra Dayastata Devarsi Pritibhutani Datya Devanugasvayam Pratajagmusvadinyani Brahmesendra Dayastata. Devasi Pritibhutani Somebody else want to try? Devarsi Prita Bhutani. Deva, demigods, Rishi, great saintly persons, Pitri, the inhabitants of Priti Loka, Bhutani, and the other living entities, Daitya, demons, Deva Anuga, the inhabitants of other planets, following the principles of demigods. Swayam, independently, without asking permission from Indra. Pratigyamu, return. Swadinyani, to the respective planet and homes. Brahma, Lord Brahma, Isa, Lord Shiva, Indra Adaya, and the demigods headed by Indra. Tata, thereafter. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Therefore the demigods, the great saintly person, the inhabitant of Prituloka and Bhutaloka, the demons, the follower of the demigods, and also Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the demigods subordinate to Indra, all returned to their respective homes. While departing, however, no one spoke to Indra. Please repeat after me. Thereafter, the demigods, the great saintly persons, the inhabitant of Prituloka and Bhutaloka, the demons, the followers of the demigods, and also Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the demigods subordinate to Indra, all returned to their respective homes. While departing, however, no one spoke to Indra. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In this connection, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, Brahmasendra daya iti idrasya swadinasyaya gamanam na papodayate vrittavadya krishna heva brahmahatya padadraya pratek tasmai tatahiti Anena manassa sarvo rasa Agatsya pravartita swamedya parata iti vivyekyayam. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and other demigods returned to their respective abodes. But Indra did not, for he was disturbed at having killed Vritasura, who was actually a Brahmana. After killing Vritasura, Indra went to the Manasa Sarovar lake to become free from sinful reactions. When he left the lake, he performed an Ashwamedha Yajna and then returned to his own abode. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnanjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Idam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Madhijapataka Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Madhibhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasattade Sattarine Vancha Kalpakarubhyascha Kripasinubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasani Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. So before making an attempt to speak on this wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam text, I request the blessing of the Vaishnava and Vaishnavis that I may speak something sensible, appealing to your devotional heart. So in these particular pastimes of Indra killing Vritasura, we learn many lessons. One of that is that it doesn't matter who we are, we can be afflicted by sinful reaction if we do the wrong things. Sometimes as a devotee we think we can do anything. But actually this is not so, as we are all under the influence of the material nature. And according to the material nature, everybody has to pay the price. Just like in modern society, there is police, there are judges, there are courts, and although the government do not like to put people in prison, but there's a prison house where criminals are kept for reformation of their character. If somebody does something wrong, then he must be punished. Through the punishment, hopefully the person regrets on having done something wrong, and then he corrects himself and he thinks, okay, when I come out of this prison I won't do the same thing. Because prison house means suffering. Somebody is constraining you. In a jail means there are 4 walls and you're locked inside. And only 1 hour a day you're being given freedom to go and walk in a park, which is also supervised by jailkeeper with machine guns. And you're being given food a certain time. So there is much restrictions for the criminals who are in jail. So this material nature, this material world, Srila Prabhupada many times explained, it is like a prison house. We are confined and we are restrained by this material body, by our mind, our material consciousness, and the low material nature. We would like to fly in the sky like a bird, but we can't. We like to swim in the ocean with a dolphin, but we can't. We like to do so many things, but we cannot. Why? This material body is a restriction on the soul. And just like sometimes if we wear a very tight dress, then we cannot even breathe. So we have to get rid of the dress or open it. So similarly, this material body is engaging our soul. Our soul by nature is free. And it has the same quality of Krishna. The same potency of Krishna. In the spiritual world, there's no envy. There's no desire for self-enjoyment or sense gratification. The only desire, the liberated soul, is how to please Krishna. And in that mood, in that mentality, in that consciousness of pleasing the Lord, pleasing the inhabitant of Vaikuntha, of the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, there is perfection and there is freedom. But in this material world, everybody is compressed. Everybody is compressed. There is the law of gravity is keeping us, our feet on our earth. So we are all being squeezed by material nature. Adhyatmika, Adibodhika, Adidevika. So these three types of suffering, they are compressed in the living entity so much. Even though sometimes the living entity thinks, oh, I'm very happy, I have a good job, I have a nice wife, I have nice kids, I have a nice Mercedes car, I have a party, I'm enjoying, man. What suffering? Not suffering. Yes. But then what happened? You spend all your money, you spend all your good karma, and then next life, you become an animal. So, who wants to become a pig? Yes, nobody. But by force, people are forced the soul to enter in that form. Dog, asses, pigs, snakes. We see in this pastime we read that Nahusha, who was appointed as the representative of Indra, he was managing so nicely the heavenly kingdom. But he became attracted to the wife of Indra. And at one point he thought, I'm the representative of Indra. I'm entitled to enjoy whatever Indra has. So I want to enjoy his wife. Yeah. Welcome to the material world. Next life he has to accept a body of a snake. So no one is free from this dangerous mentality of sense enjoyment. So Krishna consciousness means we are changing our consciousness. We are changing our consciousness from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. How we do that? By sadhu sangha, by reading the scripture, by seeing Krishna, by taking only Krishna prasadam. Huh? So this is a process, this is a scientific process which the Acharya have made for us. So this life can be our last life in this material world. We can return back home, back to Godhead, where we belong. Manusha Janmana, this human form of life is very, very rare. We can see here in this particular pastime there are so many levels of human, demigods, demon, forefathers, so many species, 8,400,000 different species. And amongst human, only 400,000. And amongst human, who are these people interested in spiritual life? Very few. And Krishna say that out of these few, there are few become perfect. And there are thousands of these people that become perfect. Very few are interested in knowing Krishna. So this gift of Krishna consciousness we have is something very, very rare. It's something very powerful. It's something which we should really carry in our heart like a jewel and diamond. Because this is the greatest gift which can give us, actually can take us back to the spiritual world. We have been rotting in this material world for millions of lifetimes. Hog, dog, snake, camel, asses, human being, demigods, ant, mosquito, name it. We went through all these species. Now we become human, which is the most balanced format of life by which we can become spiritually advanced. See, we see in this pastime the demigods, they're so much into this phantasmagorical enjoyment. They have a feast every day, they enjoy so much. Unlimited sex, whatever, pleasure, they don't have to work, whatever they desire, they can do it. They can transform their body, they can fly in the sky, they can go to different planets. So much enjoyment. In that platform, very difficult to renounce enjoyment and become Krishna conscious. Tapo Dibyam, this human form of life is meant for austerity. So unless we perform some austerity, we give up something for a higher purpose, then we cannot become self-realized. In this pastime we read the demigods, they cannot give up self and sense enjoyment. Of course, in this particular pastime, Indra regret killing Vritasura. Why? Because while fighting with Vritasura, he realized that Vritasura was actually a devotee. See, all the demigods, they don't know Vritasura. They saw it's big demon, he wants to disturb our sense enjoyment. So they go to Indra, come on, go and kill this guy, man. He's troubling us. We cannot enjoy unless you kill this demon. And Indra said, no, why should I kill him, this, that? He said, no, don't worry, we'll take care of you. We'll do this, we'll do that. They spoke so many things. But then after Indra killed him, and he felt ashamed because he was a devotee, a Brahmana, then everybody left. Everybody washed his hand. Yeah, okay, good, goodbye, thank you very much. They all disappeared. They didn't go and say, oh, thank you very much, if you need any help, we are here. Nothing. It's just boom, they are gone. That is material consciousness. Want sense enjoyment, you get it, disappear, who cares? So this consciousness has to be corrected. So we all have some different tinge of material sense enjoyment in our mind, gross body, subtle body. So we have to purify this. How to purify this is through this process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this process has been bought from Vaikuntha. Lord Chaitanya has bought this process because he saw the people fallen condition of Kali Yuga. How people are so fallen. They cannot stop smoking cigarette. They cannot stop drinking. They cannot stop eating meat. They cannot stop having illicit sex. They're so dull, they're so stupid. Hey, why you smoke cigarette, man? Your lungs become black like tar and you're gonna die. And you are paid for it. Yeah? I was in Italy and I was buying some stamp to send some postcards. So behind me one guy said, give me 2 packets of these things which kills you. Because now in each packet is mentioned smoking kills. So I say, hey, why you want to die? Hey, he said, what to do? This vice is the only vice I have, you know. And I say, okay, but why are you paying to kill yourself, you know? I say, what to do, you know. So people that are so dull-headed, they know they're gonna die, they know it's not good for them, but they can't stop. It's the same thing for drinking. Some government in India, they start to stop producing whiskey and sell it because the government gets so much money. Then people make their own brew, they make their own wine. And now they make wine to make it ferment very fast. They put the acid of the battery inside. So it starts to ferment very fast, and within 21 days, you can drink that. But sometimes these people, they're so crazy, they don't want to wait that it ferments properly. They take it out and to drink it. They're so addicted. And when they drink, because they drink the acid of the battery, it goes inside your stomach, it completely corrodes your stomach, boom, you die. 54 people died in Andhra Pradesh 2 weeks ago. So how stupid can you be? This is difference between animal and human. Yeah? I don't know, when I was young, some friend of mine said, let's go fishing. And they put a worm on a hook, or they have different type of attractive things for the fish. They have one kind of spoon which reflect the light of the sun. They have one type of feather which look like the peacock feather. I don't know, different fish. They know everything about fish. They say, this particular type of fish is attracted by this particular type of fish is attracted to that. So they have different hook with different type of fishing rod and different type of fishing attractive things for catch the fish. So if human being, they behave like animals, like hog and dog and pigs and camel and snakes, then we fall prey to this material nature. We'll be attracted to something. We think, oh, let me get this enjoyment. Bam, boom, we finish. So we should not be stupid. Srila Prabhupada explained how the hog He is so enjoying. What is the hog doing all day? He's thinking, oh, where is a nice stool? Yes? Where is a nice, beautiful stool? Hot stool. It's the hottest stool. And when there was, if some of you have been in Vrindavan, I remember in the early days, we went to Vrindavan with the Sankirtan party, and sometime early in the morning you go in the forest to pass, and you can feel behind you some presence. What is this? There's a hog there waiting for the nice hot cake. He's thinking, wow, this is so enjoyable. Mahaprasada, yeah? And sometimes they come and push you. And then you say, my God, what is this? You get scared. You don't feel like passing anymore. You run away. And then what happened after they enjoy what they do? Have sex. And then it doesn't discriminate the pig, whether it's the mother, the sister, the wife, it doesn't matter. So this is animal life. This is the harsh reality. It's unpalatable to say these things. But Prabhupada sometimes use this and say, wake up. We should not behave like animals. We should be human beings. A human being have a religion. There are so many different levels of humans also, Prabhupada explained. But the best, the highest form of humans is those people who have a form of religion by which they can become self-realized. It doesn't matter what religion it is, as long as it teaches you how to love God. And sometimes while preaching we argue with them. We say, oh sir, why you're not vegetarian? Jesus said thou should not kill. He says, no, but Jesus, he did the multiplication, the bread and the fish. I say, yeah, but where? Jesus killed the lamb. You will always see Jesus with the lamb, beautiful. You never heard any story of Jesus killing any animal and eating. No, my religion say I can eat. What religion is this? Kaitava Dharma, cheating religion. Why? They are not teaching people how to become self-realized. In the name of religion, they want to eat meat, they want to drink, they want to have illicit sex. Okay, you can marry so many wives, no problem. Then you can say, okay, I divorce you, talak, talak, talak. Go home. What is this? This is animal life. So, we have the highest form of Krishna consciousness available for everybody. We have the power of giving this Krishna consciousness to other people so they can go back home and enjoy eternal life full of knowledge and full of bliss. And that's what everybody wants. Everybody's looking for that. But now they're looking in the wrong direction. So we are trying to enjoy so much. Make a perfect car. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers in 3.5 seconds. Yeah, okay, but where you drive, where you go? Of course in India there is no road, you can drive so fast. But, okay, where are you to go? Okay, we want to go to the moon. Okay, go to the moon. Then what? You come back with some rock and spend so many billions of dollars. Thank you very much. We can get rock anywhere in the road. What's the big deal? So this foolish consciousness, this modern society is cheating everybody. It's preparing everybody to become hog and dog. Nicely, with nice degree. Prabhu, I am a doctor. Prabhu, I am a mechanic engineer. Prabhu, I am a scientist. You can be anything. But if you are not Krishna consciousness, you don't realize who is Krishna, then you're going to hell. You're going to suffer, you're going to become a dog and snack, and then another, who knows how many more years you have to spend in this Kali Yuga before you become a human being again. Manushya durlabham. This human form of life is very, very rare. So we should not throw it out like stupids, like foolish. I remember I was young, let me try everything. Yeah. But then your mind becomes completely fuzzy. Then you don't understand what is right, what is wrong, what is night, what is day. You become bewildered. So, Krishna consciousness means awakening. You know, the desire to go back home, back to God, the desire to love Krishna. We all want to love, and we all want to be loved. But who is the perfect exchange? God, Krishna. Because if we dedicate our life to please Him, then He rewards us with love. Then Krishna is in our heart. He knows everything. We cannot cheat Krishna. We cannot cheat God. So many people try. Duryodhana, Shishupal, they all had very nice plan. Ravana, so many great personalities. They think they outsmart God. He wanted to build a staircase to go to heaven, Ravana. He said, why performing austerity? Why worshipping demigods? I'll make a staircase go straight to heaven, so you can climb the staircase and go to heaven. What a foolish proposal. So, let us learn while we can, and let us dedicate ourselves to cultivate this Krishna consciousness, because this is very important. If we sincerely chant our round, if we go to Mongol Arti every day, if we read the scripture every day, we listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, in the evening we read the Bhagavad Gita, we agree not to eat anything which is not offered to Krishna, and keep the association of the devotees, then we are guaranteed that we can go back home, back to Godhead. And that's what we want. But we have to be very careful, because this material world is full of danger. Yeah? At every step there is danger. What it says in Sanskrit? Who remember? Padam padam yadvi padam natesham. At every step. Like now you have to be very careful where you put your feet. You don't see the road, there is this much water. And if there is a hole, you go inside and you fall and break your leg. So try to walk always in a place that you know where is the road. Because if you take a gamble, you still go some road where you don't see, maybe there's a big ditch. You put your feet inside and you fall inside the water. So this material world is a very dangerous place, but we are protected by Lord Krishna. If we chant sincerely Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, if we sincerely follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and Acharya, if we associate with devotees, if we are taking only Krishna Prasadam, then we are protected. Krishna is putting us in a bubble. Like sometimes you see the kids, they have a soap and one ring, they blow, they make a big bubble and it's fly. So we are inside the bubble. Krishna is making a bubble for us. It blows. Okay, you are inside here. Material energy will not influence you unless you poke the bubble with our stupid desire. So if we don't poke the bubble, then we are inside the bubble, then Krishna will take us back home, back to Godhead. No problem. In this particular case, Vritasura went back to Godhead because he was always thinking of Krishna. Now the problem is Indra. He's stuck there with the sinful activity of killing. First, he killed another Brahmana who was doing the Jagya. What was his name? Vishwarup. Now he's killing Vritasura. So, and then what he has to do, he goes and hides inside the stem of the lotus in the Manasa Sarovar. And he spends so much time there, meditating, waiting. He says even Surya bought the offering for him, but Surya could not go inside the water, so he could not accept the offering. Of course, he was protected by Lakshmi Devi, who is residing in the lotus flowers. But so, this is a life. Abrahma bhuvanaloka purna ravartinarjuna mamabhyate tu kunteya purna jamma na vidyate. So from the highest planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest, all the places of misery where repeated birth and death take place. Jamma mityu jara vyadi, birth, death, old age and disease. And what is the most wonderful things? Everybody think, I'm not going to die, it's not going to happen to me. But this is the most wonderful things. Maharaj Yudhishthira was asked, what is the most wonderful things? Everybody thinks, it's not going to happen to me. But it's going to happen to us, for sure. Because wherever there is birth, there is death. There is old age, there is disease. So, although Krishna is mitigating everything, for those devotees who are pure, sincerely offering 100% to Lord Krishna, they can even choose when to die. But it's up to Krishna. For them, on that level, whether they live or they die, it doesn't make a difference. Because they're serving the Lord 100%, and when they leave this form, this body, this tabernacle, they're going to continue the service in the spiritual world. So that's the platform we aspire. Let us learn from all these wonderful pastimes of the demigods. Let us not aspire for anything else but pure devotional service. I will conclude by quoting Savai Punsa Paradharmo Jado Bhakti Radokshaye Aituki Apratiyati Yayatma Suprasiddhati. The supreme occupational dharma for all humanity is that by which one can attain to loving devotional service into the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So we are all looking for supreme happiness, supreme satisfaction. So this is the successful formula. I'd like to thank you very much. I will stop here. If you have any question, Janivas and Pankaj Jangli are there to help us with answering your questions. Are you? Yes, Prabhu. You have a microphone.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for wonderful class. For last 2 chapters, there were many devotees made the parallels between Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna also didn't want to fight, but Krishna was telling him that I already determined the final result of this battlefield. Even if you don't find it, everyone will be killed anyway. So you are not sharing any karmic reaction. You just act without attachment to the result as a devotee. So Arjuna had to fight with devotees also. On that other side there were Vaishnavas. So at that time Arjuna was promised by Krishna that he will be free from any material reactions. So in this case Lord Vishnu also gave instruction. He gave the weapon basically. He gave permission to fight. So what kind of sinful activity did Indra perform that this chapter is named as a sinful reactions?
This is what the scriptures say. He killed Vritasura, who was a devotee. Although he appeared in a shape and form of a demon, but he was a devotee. And because why he killed him? Because he was disturbing the sense enjoyment. So, although Narayan gave information how to make the weapon from Dadichi's bones and everything, but, wherever, I don't know, but this is the reaction that he is getting because he knew he was a devotee. Maybe he was not personally instructed by the Lord, or the demigod pushed him because he didn't want to. He didn't want to kill him because he knew, he was aware that he was a Brahmana. But all the demigod pushed him, no, killing, so he went and killed him.
So can we say then that if devotee performing pure devotional service like Arjuna, there is no Mishra Bhakti there, then he'll be free. But if Mishra Bhakta is performing his devotional service, due to that different material contaminations, then there will be some material reactions, right?
I guess so. Let's ask Jananyavas Prabhu, consult the great sages. Can you tell us something? You didn't hear. He says that when Arjuna and Krishna instructed Arjuna to kill in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, so there was no reaction there. But in this case we see Indra also is instructed by Narayan. He give information how to make the, from the bones on the Dadichi, how to make a weapon to kill Vritasura. And then why is he getting reaction? That's the question. Correct? Give me the microphone, please. Shed some light on us. Be merciful.
title of the chapter is Indra afflicted by sinful reaction. These stories in Bhagavatam, they're not ordinary, so it's a lot of leela is going on here. Otherwise, they're not common stories. Bhagavatam is full of. So they're giving the examples. So one angle of vision is that, King Ketchu, whatever his name, Ketchu. It's in a later chapter. He insulted Lord Shiva, or he didn't insult him actually. He laughed. Parvati got very upset and cursed him. So it was mentioned there that he was a great devotee, and to go back to Godhead, to speed things up, then this whole Leela took place, that he was cursed by Mother Parvati, and then he took birth as a demon of Vritrashura. So just in that one lifetime, he went back to Godhead. Otherwise, he was destined to stay. He was a Vidyahara, I think. So he was destined to stay for quite some time. So that's the one aspect of the story, is that, it was to finish off so he could go back home, back to Godhead quickly. And the other, so we got the example of how we can go back home, back to Godhead, like Vritrashura. He was just fixing Krishna consciousness, even though he was a demon. So there's one showing that anybody can go back to Godhead, whether he's a demon or a demigod. Doesn't. And the other side of the story is that it's showing us that if you perform sinful activities, you have to perform, get some kind of reaction. You have to perform some kind of prayaschitta or something like that. So it's another example that for simple people they have to perform prayaschitas to get free from their sinful reaction. So it's two sides we can see it. One is, and then probably many more angles of vision. But one we can go back to Godhead, and the other one is that we have to become follow Dharma and become free from atone for our sinful activity.
There must be karma because he's atoning for his sinful activities.
Yes.
That's what the title of the chapter. Because he's a Brahmin, he was hesitant to kill him. So then he'll go and perform some tapasya. The demons was attacking him. He didn't attack the demons. They came for him. Yeah.
Jananas Prabhu explained, this is the pastimes by which you can learn these particular things. That is what he explained. One was that we learn not to perform sinful activity. The other one is that we learn that the pastime has to go on, and Vritrasura will go back to God. That's not sufficient. I think Krishna, it's pretty clear.
Krishna performed prayaschitta when he killed Aristasura. He had to perform some prayaschitta.
Yeah, Krishna also performed prayaschitta.
So the idea is that the demon was there. They were enemies of the demigods, so they couldn't kill this demon. It's very difficult to. So Vishnu instructed them how to kill him. He didn't say you're going to become free from karma, But the idea was he instructed him how to kill the demon, how you can conquer the demon. But he didn't say you're going to be free from karma. Otherwise the demon would have conquered them. So Vishnu helped.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, another question? Prabhuji? One comment, yes, please. We like comments. Can you put on the microphone so we can hear?
We have to remember that the demigods, they are Sakama devotees. And because they are representing Krishna in administrating the affairs of the universe, and they are always influenced, more often than not, they are influenced by passion and sometimes ignorance. But it is the duty of the Lord, especially Vishnu, to assist them, especially when the demons, they try to overtake these different planets and affairs of the universe. But it is instructive for us because we are advised to take guidance from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So the devatas, they were telling Indra, kill him. You'll be protected because you're protected by Narayan Kavacha. So sometimes our own sadhus, God brothers, God sisters, they may tell us, do something and maybe offensive, and you can circumambulate Tulsi, or you can take bath in Ganga, in the Ganges, or chant Hare Krishna. So our safest position is to take shelter of Guru, so that when we consult with Guru, as Lord Chaitanya demonstrated, we'll be more sure that the decision we take, sometimes the decisions we have to take, they have to be taken like quickly, as in the case of Indra. But when he did what he had to do, none of them spoke to him. And then he had to take that responsibility. So even though he was, overall, the demigods were guided by Lord Vishnu, still Indra knew, he felt guilty, regretful, and he had to do some prayaschitta. Even the Pandavas, when they were ordered by Krishna to kill Bhishma, etc., at the end, Yudhishthira, he felt, I have to, make amends for this. So this should be our mood, even though we hear chanting Hare Krishna can remove so many sinful reactions. Still, we have to be extremely careful and regretful. Otherwise, because you advise us to not aim at just becoming devotees, but become pure devotees. So that is like hunting a rhinoceros. So it's a big demand, and this is why we should be extremely careful.
Thank you very much, Prabhupada. It's a process, so we are all in the process, and we are at different levels, so slowly, but that's what we're aiming for. Thank you very much. Anybody else? No? Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Gaura Premanande.